I'll remind you at 4 minutes.
Thank you. It's great to be here once again. If I just get the... Thank you. Madam Chair, Your Worship, Council, it gives me great pleasure to be standing in front of you on such an important topic for this community. My agenda really is to talk about a win-win proposition. It is how we worked through the Tesla scenario to develop a win-win scenario. We have right now, unfortunately, two camps. Clearly, we came forward and we said, how do we win? How do the students win? How does the community win? And that was, at the end, creating more jobs. That's how the community wins. So when I look at an infrastructure, we wanted to educate, we wanted to inspire, and we wanted to innovate. I just want to share one little thing here for you, because somebody asked a question. We were going to have 150. We were literally at the implementation. Why are we doing those overlays on those signs? You know that actually building new signs is cheaper. And the next thing you know, we went back to the drawing board, or I shouldn't say we went, they went back to the drawing board, and they reduced the cost by a third, which allowed us to move forward onto new things. So that's a couple of things that I just wanted to bring to your attention. Of course, we have now Nikola Tesla Boulevard, and we've proceeded. Really, we're here about the LRT. We're not here about Tesla, okay? LRT has divided this city, unfortunately, into two camps. And that's what disheartens me to see, that we've got two clearly distinctive sides. Clearly, Metrolinx, the politicians, big business, all that, and yet on the other side we have some small business and some people that are significantly impacted that are on the negative side. So when we take a look at this, what do we need to do? How do we get away from this win-loss situation? That's what I'm here to urge you to really consider. If we proceed as is, we are definitely going to have losers. And I urge you not to have losers. I urge you to find that win-win. We have heard enough talk about all the negatives and what they will lose and how the streets aren't appropriate and all of that. I don't want to go into that. You know, you've heard all that stuff already. The major infrastructure plan for the future needs to be a catalyst for new growth for the community to create jobs. Right now, the LRT is supposed to move the people east and west, but the current proposal will not effectively link major north-south arteries, the Red Hill, the Centennial, or the QEW eastwards. Those are my concerns, that it does not link all of those things and to feed us into the area. The current proposal is clearly missing those key arteries that take us into everywhere. City major growth, we've been hearing, is East Stony Creek, Stony Creek Mountain, Bimbrook, those type of areas. How do we link them into the LRT? And clearly, if we cannot bring him down to Queenston Road to link him in there. There's a statement, if you build it, they will come. So the example is, take a look, the QE. Not that I support where the QE was done, because they took out incredible agricultural land, but the point is, the QE, the Red Hill, and the link, when they were built, what happened? We had development all around it. And we're hearing some of the same comments here that the LRT will do the same thing. But those are the key, the road connections. Now, the proposed LRT is over top of services. So to build the LRT is going to cost a lot of money to replace all those services, because we will not have another opportunity to go under that road surface. Once the LRT is in, we're going to be stuck and we're going to have to rebuild everything right now. So that's what's adding in right now. The no camp does not want LRT, but the city needs to overcome this. We do need the LRT, but we just need the right LRT. My big concern is that the brown land. The brown land has lost a lot of growth or a lot of businesses, and we've seen a lot of vacant land there, underutilized. Good roads, they have rails, they have everything that they need, but it won't work because they do not have the people coming into it. The LRT needs to somehow, well, we need this land developed to bring the commercial back in. I've heard a few comments here. We need to be able, rail to take us into Toronto. We don't need that. We need the jobs in here. We need to create things in here to keep our people here. So all the links have to link together and work in harmony. The GO train, the LRT, and HSR need to work in tandem with our streets and railroads as well. So we need to create that win-win. My proposal to you is really, it may be a little too late, is to shift it back onto the rail land north of Burlington Street. If you do that, you will be creating linkages to all of those elements that I was talking about. And the concept will reduce the cost because you're only building surface costs on the rail land and not the understructure right away.
Thank you.
This is a map for you to take a look if you wish.
Thank you. I have Terry Whitehead.
Thank you. It's an interesting concept. I met with the commission there. They had, when I showed them the plan, they were surprised that we have a rail network that runs right across the city through Stony Creek. And for $1 billion versus solving a transit issue and moving people east-west, why we wouldn't take advantage of the rail network, which obviously would also interlink with the GO transit systems along that loop. You are now basically making the same suggestion. Use what you have, lower the costs, and provide the service. Is that correct?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Thank you. I have no further speakers, so thank you very much for your presentation. The next speaker, I'm going to go back to Phil Ryerson. Phil Ryerson, respecting